brutal in your face too. Alright, welcome along everybody. Today we're working on some sick 808s. You're going to need Serum and you're going to need Ableton. That's all you need. Super easy, super versatile, and you can just shape them into any kind of direction you want. There's so many possibilities when it comes to 808. Just you do like 4 things in Serum and then the rest is just shaping. So basic shapes, we want a sine wave, randomization off. Envelope 2, we're dragging this down so sustain and decay dropped. This is going to be mapped to the pitch. So envelope 2, destination, global, master tune. And with the slider, it just really depends how much oomph you want at the start of your 808. So that could be a good start. Decay maybe down slightly more. Kind of sounds like a kick at that point, which is cool. I'm going to turn on monophonic and legato. I'm going to leave the portamento as is because we want the gliding between the 2 notes to be instantaneous and very fast. And the last thing to do inside of Serum is to adjust those harmonics, and you can do this in the wavetable shaper. So here's our fundamental, which is the sine wave. I typically like to jam around the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th just to kind of create some little spice there. That sounds good. Not so much. I'm liking how that's sounding. I'm not liking how much pitch envelope I've got though. A little bit too much. Sweet! And that is the Serum side of things done. Like I said, pretty much 4 things. Pitch, envelope, monophonic, legato, adjusting the harmonics, randomization off. Time to get into the Ableton FX side of things. Gonna create some MIDI, start this off. And if you know me and watch my tutorials, you know I love putting overdrive on bass and 808s and sub bass, and just click, hold, drag this to the lowest value. It just does something to the low end that's just super, it's just super saucy. Fairly tamed, and it just hits harder. So you know what, we're gonna do 2 of them. Gotta keep an eye on that pitch envelope because if you do too many, it just sounds little bit too funky. Would recommend mucking around with the drive and the dry wet. It's like some Gestafelstein thing. Cleaner sound versus more distorted sound, and of course dry wet, just how much you're feeding through. So I'm going to have a little bit towards the cleaner sound for this instance. Next up is erosion, classic EDM influence on the bass. A little bit of erosion, white noise, and just... It's good to have erosion and noise early on, since when you process it later with even more distortion and bring up the volume, the noise just gets increased and it blends into the 808 really, really well. Next up is some more distortion, saturation, whatever, with the saturator, and we're going to crank this up a lot. It's like bass being filmed through a freaking potato. I was going to say Nokia brick, but no, potato. Now that we've introduced all these kind of frequencies up here, it's time to kind of cap them off a little bit. Auto filter, low pass. Low end sounding sick now. Like I said, there's just so many possibilities. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Like you can, or just bring the drive down. So many possibilities. Next up is going to be a compressor. Going to add even more punch to it. We're going to drop the threshold. We're also going to have a very slow attack. So if you see what it's doing here, letting a lot of the 808 through and then just capping it suddenly. So kind of gives the illusion of like a kick being added as well, which is really just the pitch envelope at the start. And then it's kind of like a rinse and repeat of the old effects again. Overdrive, saturator, and a bit more noise. Still a little bit messy, could do some tweaks now. Back into Serum, adjust that pitch envelope. C hits hard. No, that's too much. It's hard. That's a bit better, but a little bit cleaner. Kind of weird, just like a instant stopping of the sound. So envelope 1, we can adjust that release a bit. Sick. Anyway, that is roughly a low, gritty 808. We can see what that looks like here. Resampler. That is squared as shit. Holy moly. Nice. Anyway, it is time for the OTT trick. I know what you're thinking. Why, Sam? Why? Just hear me out. Where are we? I mean, that sounds cleaner, but it's probably getting absolutely destroyed. I'm gonna go into above thresholds and then completely just drop this right here. Kind of sounds like a classic hip-hop 808 now. From brutal in your face too. Why is C hitting so hard today? I never knew C. I thought it was always D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp that hits hard. C's just hitting hard today for whatever reason. Anyway, let's see what the waveform looks like. It's a little bit funky, but especially around here. Alright, got the 808, kicks on the 808, and some percussion and snare. Glue it all together. Without OTT. Okay, that's so loud. I could honestly spend hours on that. Little tweaks on little distortion elements here and there, just getting it to the right sound. Anyway, that is my 808 formula in a nutshell. With little tweaks here and there, like an OTT and cutting that bass to get that classic sound. And it's just, oh yeah. It's a lot of fun, and it's also so easy to go overboard. But I mean, if overboard's your style, then you're just like cranking the absolute shit out of everything. Nah, it's just hitting hard, yo. Oh, it's so easy. If your 808s ever go out of tune slightly, Saturator has DC offset, which should help bring it back into check. It will change the shape of your sound, but it will make it more in tune, I guess. And that is super easy 808s inside of Serum and Ableton. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace!